Good morning, News 5 Facebook fans. I'm News 5's Chad Petrie, still out here at the Alabama Welcome Center. Have an update to the story that I've been following this morning on a truck crash at the Welcome Center. Just confirmed that there were at least 2 people in that truck. One of them was taken to a hospital. Another has died. What they are doing right now is trying to dig that fatality victim out of the truck. Now, I will not show the body. I do not see a body in this. Just want to let you know that we will not be showing that. I did want to show that firefighters were working on this, but it is such a mess in this truck. We can't make out much of anything right now. But again, what we're told is that one person is dead and another person has been taken to the hospital. Judging by that wreck that you're looking at right here, it is amazing that anybody made it out of this alive. You can't even tell, at least from my vantage point, where the cab of that truck even is. There was so much damage and fire from earlier. It is an amazing mess, and they are working now to try to retrieve the body of that victim. Again, that is something that I will not be showing, but I can't see it from my vantage point. If I do, I will turn away. Again, if you're just joining us, I'm News 5's Chad Petrie. We're live on the scene at the Alabama Welcome Center, where a cargo truck, a semi-truck, has pretty much plowed through the front yard at the Welcome Center. This happened shortly before 7 this morning. At least 2 people have been involved in this wreck who are on board that truck. One has been taken to the hospital, and now firefighters are working to dig the body out of the person that was killed in this wreck. How this happened, we don't know. From my vantage point, though, I can kind of give you an idea of what it appears happened. What appears happened is that this truck was entering the Welcome Center at the Alabama-Mississippi state line. In fact, it's right at that turn off of I-10. It appears that the truck hopped the curb, hit a couple of trees on its way to plowing right into the center of a very tall tree. Truck catches on fire and burns the front portion of that truck. Again, you cannot tell where the cab of that truck is. It's so damaged. The location of this Welcome Center, we're talking about the Welcome Center at the Alabama-Mississippi state line on the Alabama side. I'm going to kind of walk us through here, kind of give you an idea of where we are and what you can see here. Basically, this is the front of the Alabama Welcome Center, front yard really, right off of I-10. You can see I-10 there in between the truck and that pavilion. What it appears happened, and again, I haven't gotten word from any of the officials. Aaliyah referred me to their, state troopers referred me to their public information officer, So here's what it appears happened. It appears that truck was coming off of I-10 eastbound, and then instead of turning as you normally would up this way to get into the main parking lot, that truck looks like it hopped the curb right about there and then kept going, hitting a few trees along the way until plowing into one very large tree, pretty much dead center, and bursting into flames. Now, there is so much damage, so much fire damage to the cab of that truck. I can't even tell that that's a cab of a truck at all. I can't tell what it is. It looks like, just the way it looks right now, it just looks that, it looks like a cargo trailer, no cab. But what we're told is that there were 2 people, 2 drivers in there. One was taken to the hospital, don't know the extent of their injuries at this point. And then Another driver was killed in that collision, and what firefighters are doing right now is that they are trying to extricate the body of that driver from that wreckage. Again, we don't know where the truck was headed, what it was hauling. You can't even tell with all that damage and all that fire damage what exactly was inside. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just hang around here for a little while longer. This is my best vantage point just because this is the tree blocking the full view for the Facebook Live. I don't want to show the body. I don't see anything right now just because there's a lot blocking the view. Again, if you're just joining us on News 5's Chad Petrie, we are live out in front of the Alabama Welcome Center on the Alabama-Mississippi state line, where a cargo truck has crashed into a tree in front of the center, burst into flames. We are told that one of the two drivers on board has died, and one of the drivers was taken to the hospital. Judging by that crash and the wreckage that we're looking at, the fire, it is staggering that anybody survived this. You cannot even tell that there was a cab attached to this trailer. We don't know exactly what happened, what it appears happened. It appears that truck was coming from I-10 eastbound, turning into the Welcome Center, and instead of continuing to turn, it kept going, hopped the curb, hit a few trees along the way, and then hit one tree dead center, burst into flames. Someone's asking if we know if the person who was driving was the one that was killed. We do not know between the two of them. This is a pretty fresh scene, so we don't know that at this point. We'll be endeavoring to find that out, but that is something that we do not know, whether the person who was driving was the one that was killed, or was it the other driver who was at that time a passenger. Just to give you a heads up for the fire departments that are here as well, Grand Bay, one of the first to respond, along with Forts Lake and Seven Hills fire departments, all responding to this. This is also an investigation being conducted by ALEA, or the Alabama State Troopers. For those of you just joining us, I'm News 5's Chad Petrie. I'm live outside the front of the Alabama Welcome Center on the Alabama-Mississippi state line. We are told that a truck, in fact, crashed in front of the Welcome Center and slammed into a tree. We're told that one person has died and one person has been injured in this wreck. Again, this is off of the interstate, just a few feet from the interstate, but it is not causing any traffic delays, and the Welcome Center is still open. Of course, I've seen a lot of people come into the Welcome Center, they see the emergency vehicles, and they just turn around because they assume it's closed because of all this that's happening here this morning. We do not know what caused this accident right now. All I can tell you is what I see, and from what I can see from my vantage point is that it appears that this truck was heading east on I-10 and was turning into the Welcome Center and failed to keep turning into the parking lot, hopped the curb, hit a few trees until it hit one tree pretty much dead center, and the truck itself bursting into flames. Again, we're told one person is dead. They've been working to extricate the body. They may have gotten it out. Yes, they have. I'm not going to show it from my vantage point, but yes, I do see them wheeling a body on a stretcher right now. So they have removed the body of the victim from the bed, from the cab, or what remains of the cab of that truck. Again, we're told that another person in that truck was taken to the hospital. Don't know the extent of their injuries, where they went, or by what means, but that's all we do know right now. Is that one person is dead, another person is being treated for their injuries, and again, judging by this damage, what you see in front of you, and again, I'll try to move around to kind of give you a better vantage point now that the body's been moved. It is amazing that anybody came out of this wreck alive at all. Alright, I'm going to move around just since they've moved the body around to give you a better vantage point of the damage that we're seeing. What's that? Yeah, I saw them move the body, so I figured it would be good to move. Ooh. All right. Well, since they moved the body around, they moved the body out of here, I'm able to move around here and kind of give you a better idea of the wreck. I mean, you can't even tell that there was a cab there. We should also note that this wreck didn't happen on the highway. This is on the really the front lawn of the Welcome Center, but it appears that truck was coming from I-10 eastbound.
pulling this stuff out of here and start flaming up. They're going to be burning it all up. So, what's up? Great job, guys. Yep, good job.
Okay.
Let's go in and get us a drink, cool off for a little bit.
All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up out here. News 5's Chad Petrie out in front of the Alabama Welcome Center. This is at the Alabama-Mississippi state line, where a cargo truck has crashed into a tree on the front lawn. One person is dead, another person injured as far as we know right now. Cause really under investigation. What it appears may have happened is that truck was coming from I-10 eastbound, and instead of continuing to turn into the parking lot, it appears to have hopped the curb, hit a few trees along the way, and then hit one tree dead center, and that caused a fire. Really destroyed the front of that cab. We're not clear exactly why this happened, what was involved here, but that is still under investigation. We've had response from Grand Bay Fire out here this morning, also Seven Hills, also Forts Lake Fire Department, and also Alabama State Troopers are going to be the agency investigating this as they try to figure out exactly how this happened, why this happened. But again, we're told one person dead and another person has been injured. Don't know the extent of their injuries right now, but we'll bring you more as we learn more later this morning. For now, I'm News 5's Chad Petrie, live at the Alabama Welcome Center.